What is it like raising children in a world filled with gods and monsters? If his title didn't already suggest it, Kratos, the god of war, is a complex parent. He is moody, emotionally reserved, and struggles with immense anger issues. Yet, despite his flaws and his tendency to solve problems with an axe, God of War delves deep into themes of fatherhood, cycles of trauma, and the challenge of breaking free from the past. At the heart of the game are two contrasting parents. On one side is Kratos, the stoic Spartan, and his son, Atreus, a young boy on the brink of discovering his true nature. On the other side is Freya, the protective and well-intentioned goddess. In an attempt to protect her son, placed a spell on Baldur that made him invulnerable to all harm, but also stripped him of the ability to feel anything at all. Spoilers ahead for this game.
I know you're a god. Not of this realm, but there's no mistaking it. He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature? Or his own?
The longer you wait, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
The first meeting between Kratos and Freya is not one of hostility, but of necessity. After Atreus accidentally shoots Freya's wild boar, Kratos and Atreus help her heal the animal. This encounter sets the stage for one of the game's core thematic contrasts: Kratos, a stern father, and Freya, a nurturing mother. Freya's nurturing yet commanding tone is evident when she says,
The last of his kind in all the realm, and you shoot him. You needed food?
This line conveys her protective nature, but also hints at her need for control, a trait that will have devastating consequences for Baldur. Kratos' blunt pragmatism surfaces when he says,
The boy was following my command.
This reflects his stoic demeanor and his desire to shield Atreus from blame, even as he remains wary of Freya. Freya's home, a lush and vibrant sanctuary beneath a giant turtle, symbolizes nurturing care, but also serves as a metaphor for her overbearing love.
Is he friendly?
Boy.
I promise you, he's safe.
The contrast between Freya's home and Kratos' brittle cabin underscores their differing approaches to parenthood. One seeks to shield against the harshness of the world, while the other seeks to prepare.
I know you're a god. Not of this realm, but there's no mistaking it. He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature? Or his own?
That is none of your concern.
The gods of these realms don't take kindly to outsiders, trust me. I know. When they find you, and they will, they'll make things difficult. The boy will want answers.
That will be my problem.
Whatever you're hiding, you cannot protect him forever. But you're right. Doesn't concern me.
The subtext in this scene begins to reveal Freya's duality. Her desire to protect stems from love, but her need for control foreshadows the darker consequences of such protectiveness. This clash of philosophies on parenting, protection versus preparation, is a recurring theme that will come to a head in the game's climax.
Will we see you again?
As much or as little as you like. Now get out of here.
Not my blood.
What is that? I can feel this. I can feel everything.
He's vulnerable now?
The climactic confrontation between Kratos, Freya, and Baldur is deep and layered. It serves as both a dramatic battle and a meditation on the devastating effects of unresolved parental trauma. Freya pleads with Baldur to stop his assault, even as he curses her for her perceived betrayal.
I'll kill you!
Son! Magic! I control their minds! You have to understand!
This line exposes her intent, but her refusal to listen to Baldur's pain demonstrates how her love has become a prison. She possessed a parenting style defined by nurturing yet ultimately suffocating love. This moment is a tragic reminder that good intentions are not enough. Love must also include understanding and respect for autonomy.
Come on! Do it! Do it!
Stop! Please!
He's beaten Father. Not a threat.
You will not come for us again. You will not touch her.
I don't need your protection.
Just can't help yourself. Can you, Mother? No matter what I do or say, you won't stop interfering in my life.
I was just trying to protect you.
Baldur's torment is a mirror of what Atreus could become if Kratos fails to break the cycle of emotional repression. Kratos watches this dynamic unfold, realizing the danger of letting his own fears and hesitations define his relationship with Atreus. This moment is a turning point for Kratos, as he begins to see the consequences of unresolved trauma firsthand.
What? No, Baldur!
I love you.
Why do you even care? You could have walked away.
The cycle ends here. Must be better than this.
No, my boy! My dear sweet boy!
After Baldur's death, Freya's grief is palpable. She cradles her son's body and vows.
I will rain down every agony, every violation imaginable upon you.
This moment underscores the cyclical nature of pain and vengeance. Freya, once a victim of Odin's cruelty, now perpetuates the cycle by seeking revenge against Kratos. Freya's grief solidifies her role as a cautionary figure. Her inability to let go of control leads to Baldur's tragic end. For Kratos, this is a moment of clarity, the realization that his legacy need not mirror the failures of others. It's a lesson in the transformative power of self-awareness and the courage to change.
Is this what it is to be a god? Is this how it always ends? Sons killing their mothers? Their fathers?
No. We will be the gods we choose to be. Not those who have been. Who I was is not who you'll be. We must be better.
This moment reveals Kratos' growth as a parent. He acknowledges his past but emphasizes the importance of breaking the cycle and forging a new path for Atreus. This moment is the culmination of Kratos' journey from a god of war to a father striving for redemption. Let's take it back to the beginning of the game. Baldur's first meeting with Kratos is pure chaos. He arrives uninvited, taunting, probing, completely fearless. He throws the first punch, and when Kratos fights back, Baldur relishes in the violence. This isn't just arrogance. This is a man who has been denied something essential: choice. Freya's love for Baldur was fierce, but it was also suffocating. She cast a spell to protect him from harm, but in doing so, she took away his ability to feel anything: pain, pleasure, warmth, even love. Baldur's entire existence became a prison, built from his mother's fear. What we see in his battle with Kratos is the result of that overprotection, a man so desperate to reclaim his agency that he would rather die than remain trapped. Now contrast this with Atreus. Kratos is far from a perfect father. He is slow to trust, his lessons are often brutal, and he withholds affection even if he wants so badly to give it. When Baldur comes knocking, Kratos' initial instinct back then was much like Freya, to protect his son from harm as well as from the truth. But despite all that, he never takes away Atreus' ability to feel. He lets him struggle, lets him fail, lets him grow. Even when Kratos fears what Atreus might become, a force of destruction just like him, he does not cage him. He teaches him, he guides him.
We are gods, boy. And that makes us a target. From now until the end of days, you are marked. So I teach you to kill, yes, but in defense of yourself. Never as an indulgence.
This is the core difference between the two sons. Baldur was stripped of his pain, and in doing so, was stripped of his humanity. Atreus, despite all his hardships, is still allowed to be a boy, to feel loss, joy, anger, and love. And through that, he has the potential to become something greater. Ultimately, God of War asks an essential question. Do we parent from fear or from faith? Do we protect out of our own trauma or do we prepare out of trust? The game suggests that the healthiest path is a balance, shielding when necessary, but letting go when it's time. Because at the end of the day, true love isn't about keeping someone safe from everything, it's about making sure they are ready for anything. If you've enjoyed the video, it truly helps if you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to support us here at Cutscene Collective, where we explore the stories behind your favorite games. Let us know your thoughts below, and till the next one, be good to each other.